AQA Love and Relationships Grade 9 Essay Plan Series Episode 2 will be comparing Eden Rock and Walking Away. So, as a grade 9 student who got full marks in the poetry section, I've been creating these unique essay points for you as a free resource, so it would mean a lot if you could subscribe. So this is the structure of the comparative essay. If you've seen this in the previous video, then just skip this on the timestamps. But it's just 2 lines of argument, and there are 2 subpoints per line of argument. And you can think of it as 2 massive paragraphs and the different points for them. So let's begin with our first line of argument. Our first line of argument is that both poets explore the separation of loved ones in parent-child relationships. Let's look at the subpoints. So in this case, there are 3 subpoints. So the first one is that both poems share quite a reminiscent tone to reflect on the change in the way the relationship used to be. Both poems are lyric poems. This means they explore feelings using metaphors and personification. And both poems also use structure to relay the themes of separation in the relationship. So each 3 of these subpoints all subtend or all go under this massive line of argument, and that's why this structure really does work. So let's put quotes to each of the 3 subpoints. So for the reminiscent tone, in Walking Away, your first game of football, the alliteration of first in football really emphasises going back in time. My mother, 23 in a sprig dress. So the quantitative value of 23, in the prime of her life, is signifying that he's reminiscing on the good times. Now, both poems are lyric poems. Lyric poems just mean long poems that explore emotion. And in this case, it's done through metaphors and personification. So, in Walking Away, gnaws at my mind still, and in Eden Rock, over the drifted stream. And the final subpoint, in which both use structure to, explore the themes of separation. So in Walking Away, there is actually a really nice metaphor used in go drifted amongst a scatter of boys. And in Eden Rock, half rhyme is used throughout the whole poem. And you can take that as if, because there's half rhyme, there's this sense of something that's missing. And in this case, it's the separation that's causing them to be not fully right. Now let's move on to our second line of argument. If you have any questions with how I'm explaining anything, do put them in the comments and I'll definitely reply to you within 24 hours. So the second line of argument is they're either going through unison of a relationship or they are dividing a relationship. So, in Walking Away, the writer uses similes of separation to emphasize the growing distance, like a satellite wrenched from its orbit, to like a winged seed loosened from its parent's stem. Now, it's interesting that the writer here progresses from like a satellite, which is an artificial thing, and the verb wrenched suggests it's not supposed to be taken out of its orbit. But then it goes from a winged seed that's loosened from its parent stem. The verb loosened is much more gentle than wrenched. It's much more natural. And the fact that the natural imagery in the winged seed from a parent stem suggests that the process of separating from your parents is entirely natural. And this is what we're talking about with the division. Whereas Eden Rock, it's the unison of the families. In Eden Rock, it seems that all the writer has to do to overcome the distance and unite with his parents is to move over the stream. It says, they beckon to me from the other side of the bank, see where the stream path is. Now it's interesting because distance is seen as an obstacle in both poems. However, distance either leads to the growing, it either leads to growing distance, but the acceptance of it in Walking Away, or in Eden Rock, the growing love. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm doing essay plans on a whole range of English literature and language, so make sure you check that out if you're interested, and see you soon.